Apple just dropped the iPhone 17 lineup yesterday, including the new super thin iPhone Air. And honestly, got me thinking about how Apple used to change things with every release, compared to how consistent things feel now. Let me walk you through it like a regular iPhone user would. If you go back more than a decade, every iPhone generation felt like a big deal. Remember the iPhone 4? That was when Apple introduced that flat glass design with the steel band. Looked and felt completely different from the iPhone 3GS. Then the iPhone 5 stretched the screen taller for the first time. People actually noticed the difference right away. Then came the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, where Apple went big with larger displays. That shift from the small 4-inch screen to 4.7 and 5.5 inches was massive. It changed how people used their phones. Apps looked different, videos looked better, and it felt like Apple was giving users something dramatically new. Now, skip to the iPhone X in 2017. That one basically redefined the iPhone. No home button. Face ID for the first time. An edge-to-edge old display. That was Apple saying, this is the future. It felt exciting, almost futuristic. If you upgraded to the iPhone X, you felt like you were holding the future in your hand. But let's be real, after the X, the changes slowed down. The iPhone XS, the iPhone 11, even the 12, they all had upgrades. But most of them were performance boosts, camera tweaks, and design refinements. Don't get me wrong, the iPhone 12's flat edges are a nice throwback to the iPhone 4 and 5 era, but it wasn't the same kind of leap as going from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone X, and this is where we are now. From the iPhone 13 onward, Apple has gotten very consistent. Yes, the cameras get sharper, as the processors get faster, the screens get brighter, and the batteries last longer. But if you look at an iPhone 13, 14, 15, 16, and now the new 17, they look and feel very similar. Unless you're a tech geek, most people wouldn't even notice the difference in a quick glance. Now with the iPhone 17, the story continues. The regular 17 looks like the last one, with a slightly better camera system and the new A19 chip. The Pro and Pro Max models add a few Pro features. It's like better telephoto zoom and vapor chamber cooling, but again, it's refinement, not reinvention. The only real standout is the iPhone 17 Air. At just 5.6 millimeters thick, it's the slimmest iPhone ever. That feels like a throwback to Apple's old way of surprising people with design. It's cool, no doubt. But apart from the thinness, it's basically an iPhone 17 in a lighter, slimmer frame. So what's different now compared to before? Before, Apple gave you groundbreaking shifts every few years. Now, Apple gives you polish, consistency, and reliability. For some people, that's perfect. They don't want a phone that looks radically different every year. They want stability, and Apple delivers that. For others, it feels a little boring. It's like, okay, my iPhone 15 still works great. Why should I upgrade to the 17? And that's the point. It isn't trying to make you upgrade every single year anymore. I know people hold on to their iPhones for 3, 4, even 5 years. Think of it this way. If the iPhone X was a huge plot twist in the story, the last few years are more like steady chapters building on the same theme. Each one adds a little, but none of them flips the script, and that's the pattern. Apple went from bold reinvention to careful refinement. The question for us as consumers is whether we value consistency over excitement. Do we want something that looks familiar and works reliably, or do we miss the thrill of unboxing an iPhone that feels completely new? Personally, I think the iPhone 17 lineup shows where Apple is heading. They'll keep refining what works, making small but important changes, better chips, maybe new materials. So, if you're someone with an iPhone 14 or 15, you probably don't need to upgrade. If you're on an older phone, like the 11 or 12, the 17 might feel like a big leap in speed, battery, and features. And if you're just a fan of slim, stylish designs, the iPhone 17 Air is probably the one that will catch your eye. In short, before Apple was about revolution, now it's about evolution. And whether you find that exciting or boring depends on how you see it.